Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good
morning.
day.
Om Namah Shivaya.
How's everybody doing? This is Sunday morning, the happy March. It's the 2nd of March. My grandmother would have been 115 years old today. Isn't that amazing? She lived almost to 100, but she was an incredible woman, beautiful woman. So anyway, yeah, just a sense of calm, but yet a sense of chaos. A lot of contrast happening. And that's why it's always so nice when y'all come to these meditations or listen in to soothe, soothe the light body, soothe the energy field, keep you in a center point, right? Yeah.
It's so amazing what's flowing through this group right now. It's it's so multidimensional that it's like trying to explain it is like, it's like it's raining all these different things, all these different coherences and energies. And it's like, let's pick this one and try to explain this one, right? And then pick that one, try to explain that one. So my mind keeps going, how to linearize it, right? It's like it's so amazing what's we look outside and it's chaos and we feel our bodies that are going through this transformation. And the transformation is not easy. It's a shadow body that we're getting rid of or transmuting, right?
Mhm.
And what we're upgrading the crystalline body, the light body, that's the external presentation out into the universe, and we're kind of moving into a plasma consciousness that's so much more rewarding and fulfilling. But it's we want it doesn't happen fast enough,
It's
and
this
yet it's too fast.
planning,
And yet it's too fast.
like yesterday, we both felt we went to the jump show in Delaware and there was this shakiness, like we were talking. It was like literally, I felt so unsettled in the morning. I had to eat like two pieces of toast to try to get in my body, and I didn't sleep well. I was up, probably 14 times throughout the night, which is not my usual. And I think the body is reacting to all these frequencies. The Schumann, resonance, I guess, has been just going wild, and a lot of people are posting about that. I'm not proficient in all that language, but we are connected to the Schumann resonance. It's connected to our physiology. That's what happens when the astronauts go off and are off planet and in zero gravity. When they're not connected to the Schumann resonance of the planet, their bodies begin to age and they have symptoms. So it's doing all kinds of things, what we realize it or not. So
And that's like what when she says that, that's like one of those streams, right? You got this stream that's happening. What is that stream? It's the cycle of the sun. The sun is every year upgrading and every month upgrading through the galactic windows, all these frequencies that are coming in. It comes into through the solar winds, the solar consciousness. It comes into the planet's magnetosphere. It goes down into the core, and the core grabs it, holds it, and then lets it out ever so gently so that we
don't get blown
don't get
out, but
blown
we
out
are
in the
getting
sky,
blown
right?
out. Yeah.
And that's just one of the things. And then she speaks about how that works on the body, right? The planets, like where everybody wants to go to Mars, right? They want to go to all these different places, but in the 3D realm, what happens to your body when you do that, right? You lose the connection to Mother Earth. You lose the Schumann resonance. You lose the ability for your bones to densify. So that's one way to travel, right, through the physical world, and then there's the plasma body that when you activate that and you move into that consciousness and the density of your body, that's what we're dropping, density and density and density and density. You become more and more in the plasma body, and that doesn't get affected. It won't lose the connection to Mother Earth. There won't be this body deterioration, this aging that happens quickly. I just wanted to share just one. That was one of the ones I was like thinking about the other day.
And we have been fast tracked So we're going through this stellar activation ascension cycle a lot quicker, a lot sooner than what was originally kind of the natural progression and the rhythm of things. So to do that and be born at this time and carrying those frequencies is extraordinary at the same time can be incredibly disorienting and very uncomfortable. I mean, yesterday afternoon, we went to the gym show. We didn't know if it was because we were like, we had to go to sleep. We were like in tar, you know. And we woke up and felt pretty good, but it's just wild. And we're moving into, we've made it through January, February. We're into March, which everybody's saying is going to be even crazier. Look at around with some of the news that's happened this week. And it's eclipse season. So, just do whatever practice you can, whatever your inner guidance system is, you all know it. And I'm just grateful we're together and we can lean on each other and talk to each other so you don't feel like you're losing your mind or going nuts. Because it certainly can feel that way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things that's emerging, I think we kind of talk about it, we touch about it, the progression that the planet is going through every month, right? This last year has been kind of like an upgrade every month on one of the strands of the DNA. And last month was the seventh strand. So what we're moving into now is the eighth strand. And that's unknown territory for these bodies. The
Totally.
frequency of this planet has not been able to hold the grids have not gone through a stellar for thousands and thousands of years, maybe 100,000. I mean, I always lose track whether it's 20 to 5,000 or 250,000. I don't remember. But it's been a long time since these frequencies, you could say Jesus came and helped the reinstall the 12th dimensional frequencies in the grid back 2,000 years ago. But there wasn't a lot of other people holding that. So it hasn't been sustained in the grid. You can be charged or planted or seeded, but for the planet to hold it is a progressive phenomena. Like usually is over millions and even billions of years. So to be able to to experience this at such an accelerated pace is mind-boggling. It really just is mind-boggling when you start to feel into it and the privilege. So,
Looks like our internet, honey.
do we lose anybody? Can anybody, do we lose anybody? Okay, they still got us. Okay, we have an internet. Okay.
It's very
Well,
windy again, so
yeah.
yeah. So just a few things before we go into meditation. The mamos, they went to file their paperwork, so just keep them in your heart, and that takes a process, and we have to get permission and everything. But it looks like it's going to be that 15th, 16th May window, and we'll as soon as we get it up, we'll put it on the website. If you're not on our mailing list and you want to just be informed, right away, there's somewhere to quote unquote register, and it just gets you so you'll get the announcement right when it's live. So, and it's limited in space because there's only so much they can do with the it's a lot of energy for them. Like last time they were here, it took them 3 months to clear themselves from the energy field they moved through people being in the Western world. So it's a lot for them. And our class, Temple of Light, we have class number 3, which is great. That starts next Saturday. And if you haven't signed up, you can still sign up. That's on the website. And if you haven't done this series, but you want to do this series, I mean, this is one of the best things you can do. Um, in my opinion, to me, it serves on many levels of really grounding in the energy and staying clear. You can sign up to do the recording, so it's like online self-paced classes. So you can do the first series. It should take you about 4 weeks. You do the second series and then you can do the third. And if you do that, we're going to try to pair you up because it is nice to have somebody to talk to while you're doing the classes because they can be, it's a lot of information. It can also be just to share your experiences because the activations are pretty potent. Yeah.
Yeah, where we're finding that having a tutor, having someone to go through the program
Partner.
again, a partner, right? Someone that just goes with you is so beneficial on so many levels. It's beneficial for the person who's doing it again because these frequencies are you can never this is what you want to be accreting. This is what you want. These are the energies of your Maharata. This is the energies of your Christos and above, the energies that are coming in. So we have to build the architecture so that this Christo energy can be more, we can be more conscious of our multidimensionality in this realm. So
It's so subtle too. Like even last night, it's tied into, I'll just share real quick. We were watching something last night which talked about this triangular pattern that your pituitary, your pineal, and your not your
thalamus,
thalamus gland create this triangle, right, in your brain. And it's an activation, it's a Stargate, and it's been written in a lot of different ancient texts. And it's the exact triangles that the lot of the ley lines and the power spots, it was the exact triangles that we did while we were in Greece. I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder we wanted to go to this island and sit there because it created the activations of these three glands, which create this activate the inner portal because there's really nothing outside of you. So a lot of this information is layered and layered and layered, but just if you don't understand it all mentally, just by seeing it, it goes into your field and your awareness, and then the download will drop in however it needs to drop in. So to me, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that makes total sense that a lot of these sites and temples, particularly in Greece along that Michael Mary line, all have these triangular shapes and they're the exact geometry. So pretty amazing. And I think where we're going in a few weeks, we still have a few spots. If you do want to join us last minute and get the call to come, it's going to be a really, I think we're going there to really offer our love and our devotion to help reestablish and support balance. What happened in Chaco Canyon, that's our retreat that's coming up the equinox. And that's I'll put that link on there and it's on our website. Chaco Canyon was a very, very sacred place. It was a pilgrimage place. Special people live there with powers, and there's all kind of things written. And something happened there, and it got distorted, and people left. And so much so that they burned a lot of things and covered things up and went into the cliff dwellings. And when things like that happen, and it's happened in many sacred places on our planet where other energies come in and want to use it for their own means or um, for control or power or manipulation. So I really feel like we're going there to tap into that original purity and love and honoring of the magic and the elements. They were so connected to the elements. Um, what's interesting in a lot of the research I've done, they've connected it to the Lord of the Rings, which I'm not a big Lord of the Rings person, and I kind of know it, but they have these fire towers like in Lord of the Rings. And for miles, all up these points, they have the same fire towers. So Chaco Canyon was like the headquarters, so to speak, but they would like so that they could find the passages, and there's incredible roads. Some they've covered, some they found, and some they've are just covered up. So it's going to be really a powerful, I would say, pilgrimage and service project. Um, and we'll have fun, and it's really nice to be together. And there's a lot of space so people can get time to integrate and be in the frequency.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconception around Chaco Canyon because everyone's coming from a third dimensional perspective. They know that there's synchronicities with the eclipses. They know that there's sacred geometry, how they structured their buildings and how they structured their kivas, their homes, how they structured their society, their whole society. And the best way to explain it is through geomancy, right? What is geomancy? It's the connection to Mother Earth. It's the planetary grid and the personal grid. We have our personal grid. That's what we do a lot of times on these meditations on Sunday. It's to merge the two, to bring out our planetary grid that's within our bodies, right? And that's the connection to the planet Earth, the elemental connection, all kinds of connections, and galactic connections. So, like, there are these sacred places. Varanasi is another one where the rishis came and they put 77,000 different temples, all the shape of that mirrored all the different nadis in your body. And it was a spiritual collector. It's a place of enlightenment. It's where you would go to if you want to be enlightened in one lifetime, or if you want to be liberated from the cycle of reincarnation. All the Hindus go to Varanasi. And it's in a very consolidated place. So you can see how you can feel it and see it. But Chaco Canyon is 35,000 miles wide. And so there's these connections that go up this canyon all the way miles and miles and miles that you can see through smoke, or you can connect. And they mirror the different seasons. So they're collecting the equinox at the power of the equinox, the power of the solstices. And there's electromagnetic peaks, there's magnetic peaks. All of these things are to gather the energy and at these sacred places where they would upgrade their DNA, upgrade their powers, and they would become not we call them special, right? But it's really divine. It's just it's their human powers would come online. And then when that happened, there would be the negative polarity that would come and take it over and live off of it. So, right, there's this balance of restoring. So, what a lot of you get called the Palenque is another one of those vortexes down in the Mayans. That was there where the rulers were, but it was connected to all those pyramids, that whole
Mm.
Yucatan, right, is also connected to Teotihuacan, to the Chaco Canyon. So there's all these connections, and they're all coming online from the different civilizations, what they left as far as their blueprint, their strand of DNA, their activation, and we're kind of moving around the board, whether we're conscious or not, and activating those grids. So
And what's so beautiful, it's because people, humans, are raising their frequency consciously. And with that, we support each other. We support Earth and she supports us, and we can expand together. So to step out of the wheel of making money and acquiring things and just be really in that awe of there's a bigger piece here. It's great. So thank you. I mean, without all the people that do all their amazing work in the world, this wouldn't be happening like this. So, yeah, very cool.
we ready to meditate, honey?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a photo up because when I do, I'm just gonna be really vulnerable here. When I do these videos and I post them later, I like see that I have to watch like the picture of me meditating and like I'm so not aware, but I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. This is what I look like. So sometimes I have this like frown or whatever. So Michael's eyes are rolling back his head. So I was like, if anyone was scanning this video on
What's
YouTube, they
going
would
on with
be
these
like, who are
freaking
these
these?
weirdos? And not that we do this to get like a bunch of followers. It'd be nice if you like and click because it gets us over the hurdle of having to have ads on our thing. But we
Amen.
really do it as a service to
Amen.
humanity. But I'm going to put a nice picture up and we'll come back on at the end. So give me a minute just to pull that up.
While she's doing that, just check your posture.
Yeah.
Like this beautiful being here. Look at her doing her geomancy, connecting to the planet, elements. Yeah, and just take a deep breath in your heart. Feel the energy that she's tapping into there, right? We got the energies of the sky, etheric energies of the wind, the prana, the life force. Bring that prana into your heart. Breathe it into your lungs now. Breathing in. And just hold and allow that enter, that prana, for you just to focus on it. And then exhale. We're synchronizing with the prana life force. Breathing in. And when you hold in that place of stillness, see if you can notice presence. And then exhale. When you exhale, there's an opportunity to notice again before you inhale the presence, your connection to source. Breathing in, holding in your heart. Now we're starting to engage the heart a little, charging a little bit, and then exhale. One more time together. Breathing in, hold, and just feel that sacred space, that little inner cavern there. I call it a crystalline cavern, starting to generate a little bit of momentum, a little power, and then exhale. Just reset now. Just allow that higher self to breathe your next inhale. And just let go of breathing and allow the synchronicity of your higher self now to breathe through you. Excellent. Now bring your awareness to your third eye. This is our connection to our spiritual body, our spiritual guidance system. And as we connect here, we feel the energies coming in from our higher self, from our spiritual selves. What is our spiritual selves? Our angelic selves, our celestial selves, that which is spirit, that which is beyond definition, beyond time and space. Just notice how as you settle in here at the third eye, there's like a peace and a threading. It's like a threading through the third eye. The peace kind of envelops, surrounds us. There's a threading in the heart, a resonance. We could call it a sinking of the third eye, the sixth dimensional celestial self in the heart, fourth dimensional. And if you go even deeper within the inner chamber of the heart, that connection to source and the crystalline light body. And that conduit or that connection that's threading between the third eye and the heart getting stronger. You may even feel it kind of like a vertical resonance or magnetic pull between the two. Good. We're just kind of waiting for the energies to build right now. It's almost like the third eye is filling out. It's moving from point to disc, like a vertical disc to sphere. There's almost like a, it's not really a pop, but it feels like, oh yeah, it's full now. Good. Your third eye should feel almost like a sphere that has its own pulsing. There's this like vertical line through the center point of your sphere of your third eye. That's kind of pulsing outwards. You could call it the vertical channel within the third eye sphere. So it's kind of creating these radial pulses 360 degrees outward vertically. And through the center, you have your torus field. So see if you can imagine or feel the energetics of your third eye turning into a torus field. And there's actually some frequencies, rainbow light, plasma frequencies coming in. So see or feel, notice if you can feel the rainbow colors. It might be just like at the edge of your awareness, a very soft imprint on the torus field. And the torus field's almost as if it's pulling in the energy of these rainbow frequencies, weaving them in this torus eternal regenerative auric field. And as you do so, you may even notice that there's kind of like a pull in your heart. It's like a pull of your heart, the magnetism in your heart. It's in the core of your heart is kind of like opening up, becoming more active, more of a spin to it. And it's not a drilling. It's like a cyclical or vortex. It's kind of pushing back into your spine. Again, bringing you more centered or pulling you back into an alignment with your spine, your vertical column in a more centered place. We have a tendency to kind of get pulled forward when our third eye gets activated like this. So allow the heart to open to the back and to your spine and see the heart space creating that cone through the back of your, yeah, through your back, through your heart, through your fourth chakra there. As it opens up, it kind of magnetically pulls in energy from behind you. Oh, excellent. So you're kind of like, yeah, you're like pulling energy from up, from above you, from your auric field around you. You already noticed, some of you already noticed that it's your auric field is rainbow. Around you, the rainbow that you created and instilled or inducted into your third eye is also now present for you around your whole auric field, your radial body, all 15 layers of your auric field. And as you breathe through your heart now, you're opening up, or those energies are kind of coming down from the crown behind you, from the root and from the feet behind you, from around your shoulders, around your hips, around your left and right. They're coming in from behind. And there's like this torus field that's horizontal, that's moving through the center of your heart space and coming out in front of your heart. And merging again with your torus field or with your auric field, your radial, the outer layer of your or field, we call your radial body. So breathe into that and just align with the energies coming in through the back, through the heart, through the inhale, holding in the heart, which is the charging and centering, and then exhaling energy back out into your auric field through the front. Good. It's a very high frequency, so we're just kind of waiting for all of us to equalize. And when you start to equalize, you'll feel the whole vibrancy of your field is becoming more light, more illuminated, but you haven't lost the connection to the torus field. It's your third eye. In fact, notice how the two are synchronized even more and how they're both stronger, magnetically stronger, more tangible. Exactly. And here's this triangulation that Denise presenced before that's beginning to happen now between your heart upwards into the pineal and from the third eye back into the pineal. So you've got the pineal here at the merge point, the nodal point, it's the root of the crown chakra. Oh yeah, very interesting. And as the heart energies are coming up, funneling up through your antahkarana, through your spine, as they come into the pineal, they're kind of washing through the thymus. The thalamus, it's the thalamus. The thalamus there is in the brain. The thymus is third eye. Well, they're both being washed, but yeah, I guess we're presencing both. The thymus, which is the energetic opening there, is your azure point, just above your high heart. Energies are kind of coming up through there, illuminating the antahkarana, activating that connection, the azure point. And it's almost like you kind of breathe them up into your high lungs. If they're actually above your lungs, into your shoulders and into that azure point, and they kind of very gently kind of oscillate like a little plasma field moving up into your throat chakra. So we first kind of established this electrical connection or light connection into the pineal, and now the plasma is kind of flowing upwards through your heart, clearing this conduit of your antahkarana. What are these plasma frequencies? Yes, there are Kundalini frequencies. Kundalini is the all 9 dimensional plasmic flows from the root. Just notice how as you connect into the root, you can kind of feel them subtly coming more online from below your heart. It's like this connection was there, but you weren't really present, or we weren't present to it. And now it's like, oh yeah. Energies from the root flowing up through the antahkarana, connecting into the heart. And then we have this horizontal torus field coming through the heart, through the back, mixing with these energies coming up from the earth, through the root, moving through the heart field back out into the aura. Simultaneously, we have these plasma flows moving up through the heart into the pineal, out into your third eye torus field. Take a second to just feel all of that, whatever shows up for you in your energetic light body. You may feel the torus field connected into the pituitary, pineal connected into the crown chakra, thalamus connected into the medulla. Just allow whatever's happening there. There's like a pulsing that's happening through the triangulation window. That's informing the torus field of your third eye and the crown chakra. Right. And then these energies are kind of coming up through the crown, meeting up through your auric fields and kind of connecting to your radial body. And then moving back to your auric radial body back into the back of your heart, into your crystalline source field. And see if you could feel that before it was kind of like a rainbow light energy feel. Now it's kind of moved into a plasmic flow. See if you can feel like that, the plasma flowing from the third eye outwards into your auric field, the crown. And it's encompassing all of your auric field, wherever you feel that. You may want to step back into your spine or step even a little bit behind your spine energetically or with your awareness. And just notice the fullness of your whole auric field and how there's this infusion of these plasma flows around you. You may even just want to kind of like start to paint a little bit, paint over to the left, to the right, behind you. Just make sure the plasma flows are even, that every part of your radial body around your auric fields are totally encompassed. We could have just did an activation and we still may to activate everything. But there's something in with moving your awareness around and playing with these plasmas and painting them within you and around you. It's more integrative. So just take a moment to play with these energies. Most of you have kind of threaded it down from your crown down around you, all the way down to your heart. Just stay centered here in your heart, in the feeling of these plasmas. Allow them to anchor into your feeling nature. What do they feel like? Starting to generate enough quantum charge in your heart and electrical movement in your heart. You may start to feel the heart moving into plasmic. Just stay focused there in your heart and in the breath and in the feeling. You're slowly breathing down even more now. Become aware of very slow threading of the energy in through your heart. Almost like you can just breathe it in ever so gently into the magnetism of your heart. And then when you hold it, there's this like activity of cherishing and releasing it back out into your field. And also now there's like an energy of as you breathe in to the center point of your heart, 0 point. Notice the energies in your tailbone. There's like a duct around your tailbone, or you could say your tailbone becomes a duct at a different layer of your light body. You just allow these energies, it's almost as if they're kind of moving down through your spine into the duct, into the tailbone, light body infrastructure. But there's also this energy of the chi coming in through the belly button, just below the belly button, activating the womb of creation, connecting with the energy coming down through the spine to your antahkarana. Both of those currents, it's almost like they're pushing through the duct into the duct, and they're surrounding the duct at the same time. And there's like this outer coating around the duct, and then there's an inner throbbing or pushing through the duct. And then there's this electromagnetic connection between the two through the duct. And just allowing that, whatever capsule's there to be almost like we're ephemeralized, becoming translucent. And as it does so, the energy kind of pushes through that duct down into the tip. And the tip is like another source field. Like the first and the 15th all together there. What we call the chakras. See if you can kind of breathe now through that particular energetic space node 0 point field. It also kind of connects into your root chakra. And we're just breathing in here to create a little charge, a little pulsing of the Kundalini, allowing her to expand through the density, gain some traction, some rooting, opening. And as she opens and flowers, she just accepts the energy up from Mother Earth. These new core frequencies. Just take a moment here to inhale those frequencies, whether you're conscious of the inhale originating at the core and you're bringing it up into the root, or if you're just at the root, reaching down and pulling with the inhale up. Both are working to charge up and anchor all of these frequencies in your capacitor of your root chakra. And a silver thread moving up from Mother Earth into the tailbone, activating and releasing anytime space locks that may still be overlaid there. And bringing that energy up through your spine, all the way up to your crown, shooting it up through your crown to your soul star, 1 foot above. We call it your catharic, 18 inches above your head, up into your 14th dimensional, 3.5 feet above, and feel that spark, a charge being captured in your 14th dimension chakra above your head and opening this window or this opening of your 14th dimensional chakra. Just feel that energy coming in through the cylinder of your Maharic shield around you and around your radial body, fully anchored beneath your feet, 1 foot beneath your feet, fully ensconced in your sovereign Maharic shield, rainbow light plasma connection to the planetary core, and breathing it in through all of your chakras, your multidimensional selves. One last inhale, bringing your hands into namaste, fully anchored in your spine, fully centered in your auric field, fully radiant with your rainbow light body. Slowly opening your eyes. Namaste.